on. Like I said, I'm Mobius 2.0. They need to grow up. Hopefully they code. Because that's the only thing I give a shit when I started trading was the freaking code. And it's like, wait a minute, what if I do this? What if I do that? And from the beginning, coding certain things, like, oh, let me do this, let me do that. It's been 4 years already. Started trading 2001. It's 24. Like 3, 4 years of just the code. I don't give a shit about trading. Code is basically part of my most of the off time has been invested into learning, into doing things with code to then maybe trade a little. Like trading is a really small part of what I do, like a really tiny fraction, and spending my time dealing with that bullshit is the first thing. So got to figure out the strength of that relate. I got to see the strength of the relationship of SMA and price to see if it maybe feed it data for multiple days. See, like, okay, make like a full new thread about the condition when this happens. This is really important. This is the best one. I don't want to waste 3 trades. I don't want to waste 3 trades in a single week on Kaka trades. I want the golden arrow. So feed it. Okay, see price at noon. Look at the data from price. Look at the data at noon or whatever. Tell me, what do you see there? What is the distance from price from all SMAs? What is volume? What is momentum, etc. So on and so forth. And then feed it another one. Look, another one, a similar thing, a 200-point rally in an option. That's quadruple. That's $1 billion. If you do it right, that's $1 billion. You take a bullshit intrinsic contract. You take, like, I don't know, maybe a $25 contract that has like 25 delta. You buy 500 of them shits. Ah, in a second, just La verga. Lots of money. So you have to feed it the specific answer so that it says, okay, I found it. So it's do this so that when this condition is true based on the relationship of SMA and price, this is gonna happen. So you press it, and then maybe feed it false data, like say like the big trend, and then maybe like a cheap one. What's the difference from this one to this one? Blah blah blah. You see the difference? You see that? That's a bullshit trend. Is a real trend. There's a good trend. It's a real trend, and then feed it multiple days to see sort of what's going to be the relationship of SMA. Maybe, SMA is going to, if it's a big curve upwards, SMA might be delayed. Basically things are going to be happening behind it because price is just shooting up between it, so on and so forth. So that could probably be the solution. Basically, if price decides to just leave SMA behind and shoot at this type of velocity or whatever, that's the good one. Good day. Definitely a good day trading. Kid try to get me, try to sit next to me. I'm not gonna let you sit next to me, bro. I don't trust anyone in this city. That's the root of all the problems in this motherfucker. On the street at night, you could be Mary Magdalene trying to, oh, can I sit next to you to plug my phone in the middle of that? I'm like, yes, Mary, let me pack my shit and you can sit here. You can't trust anyone next to my things. I don't trust anyone too close to my personal property. Why? Because that's how problems begin. That's how everything begins. It's not a joke. I'm having a Dr. Pepper vanilla. Probably the sweetest treat I have in a while. I'm fine. I don't think I need to work till tomorrow. I had the thought that I needed to. I came here for the thought of continuing dealing with code, but eh, like, eh, maybe not. But I'm gonna start asking AI about the condition of the trend at a certain moment where the market is good and a certain moment where the market is bad to see what it feeds me, to see if it plots a golden arrow where the magic happens. And then after that, I'm just gonna trade magic the whole way, the whole fucking way, baby. No missing, no missing. If a bullshit signal there is still $300, imagine what that big one is. Like, imagine that. And the only problem about doing intrinsic value there is what I explained to you further. If I do intrinsic value, even on an uptrend like that, that I know the market's going to go up, volatility, if it drops, it's going to decrease delta and theta based on the amount of expiration. So break even is going to get higher and higher and higher. So market goes up, goes down. My break even, instead of being here, moves higher. So my market moves up again, goes down. My break even from where it was here moved higher. Market goes up, goes down. My break even keeps moving higher because there's a rate of decay when you have 50 contracts at $25. You know, it's a big decay. It's not a little decay. Like, you think you got 900 delta, and you still got 900 delta, but your break even is like out of your reach. Break even, your profit range starts like getting farther and farther away from you because the vertical momentum to make it happen was not there. So if it's choppy, even though it's an uptrend, but if it's a choppy uptrend, intrinsic value doesn't work. If it's the boom, if it's a rocket, then absolutely. Like early morning volume, like I said it before, early morning value, intrinsic value is thumbs up because you're able to grab upwards, lots of numbers to the upside, basically 35, 40, 75 cents a dollar, 35, $2, so on and so forth in terms of speed, and you're able to make that money without having to deal with the rate of decay of the option. So yeah, I gotta comb my hair. I've been wearing this beanie for a while. I've been wearing this beanie for like 3 days. I gotta sit down and comb my hair. I might do that outside in a little bit. And that's it. Early Saturday. Hopefully my weekends are fantastic. And I start thinking about, you know, the plan. The plan is covering all the student debt in one go. 129,000. We're at 1,000. We're like a 970 something right now. Go from 970 something, turn it to 20,000. Like that fast. Like, dang. Deposit a few hundred more dollars, got 1,000 there as base, and I'm only gonna use maybe 500, or if what I'm working on is good, just 100, boom, 100 to 200 on the maximum, maybe 200, maybe 150, just at least a double and more on the minimum. So obviously, the better the option, the less that rate of decay becomes evident. So if it's not a $25 contract, rate of decay is not going to be that strong because obviously there's a lot of better, it's better Greeks, basically. That's the sum. That's not just better Greeks, but it's a better precision when you're higher in the food chain. Like, you could have 25 delta per contract, but a 61, maybe, 61 delta, or 0.61, even 0.75 delta is going to be better than 900 delta based on what it can gain. It's smoother. It's a smoother ride. Like, you could trust. You could trust a $500 contract more than you could trust uh 50 contracts at $500. That's basically how it works. You could trust it more because it's a nice. It doesn't make that much, but it's a nice, smooth experience in making money. It's not gonna decay that fast. It's not gonna lose its inherent value, and choppiness. It's not really gonna do shit when it's choppy. Even if it's moving up all day, and it's not gonna have a break even problem. It's gonna go well beyond your profit, and you're gonna be fine. So it's looking good. It's looking really good, baby. Another thing that I need to focus is that I haven't done yet, because I'm only focusing on 0 day to expiration options or 55 days to expiration options. See what I mean? Like all the way out. Basically a chart window that plots not just one day in and out, but rather forever until they expire worthless. Forever. Like that. Like a 55, and then you're scrolling to see its progress, like that. That's the second best thing that I haven't done yet. I'm only looking at 0 day to expiration, so I got to start looking at maybe 55 DTE. Start looking at how it looks like. Start thinking about changing my SMA to maybe greater than 5100, 200, something like that, to see if I could nail my interested close based on a much greater moving average, like that. Like stay there. If 5 days the option is going to be worth, if I entered in 5 days the option is going to start becoming worthless after entering in an uptrend day one, close that shit. That's the goal. But in a long term perspective, I haven't done that yet. I haven't put an option there of I haven't put an option there that has a high day to expiration. Got to continue exploring more ideas. Mobius. I remember, are you still using AI to do that? It's like, yeah, sort of. I still got to do things. Today I had to do things too because the plots, it spits out, there's some problems. This morning I had a problem that lines were separated from each other. I'm like, what the heck? And the eureka moment in this morning was that I look at the option and both of them were called. It wasn't like call put. I'm like, damn. And I spent like 2 hours on that and I didn't know. I kept asking AI, it's like, yo, separate the lines like yesterday. Why did the lines change? Why did they change? Why? Like why? Why did they change? What's going on here? Like that. And then it's like, oh, and she kept trying, oh, let me separate them, let me mirror them, let me mirror price, let me inverse them, let me this and that. Didn't work. And then I look at the data and it's like, oh, they're both calls. P, delete the C, put P, and then it worked like yesterday. It's like, wow. Another idea that could be interesting is to do it on to do spreads or to do condors, like long, short, four contract positions and put them on the same chart and know when to enter the legs. That's basically the way one of the guys from Wall Street Bet does it. That he's not gonna he's not gonna enter long and short at the same time. He's gonna long he's gonna enter um if it's short in a leg, right? Leg one, boom, boom, basically enters. If it's a short one, if it's going down, he's gonna start the short. He's gonna wait for the call to go down. Once the call starts moving up, he gets the call, and then he has a bigger band, and that is done to basically decrease risk, so that you're not losing. So you're winning on both sides. That's basically how he does it, and it's not just two; it's four. It's like either a spread, a credit spread, and iron condor. You basically, when you set the legs in, it's basically legging it in. You wait for the proper conditions so that you decrease risk. It's not like you can't go to the brokerage and go like iron condor right there, because even though the strikes are right, you're not legging them in, so you're exposing. That's why every time you click it and you're thinking that you're going to do a condor, they're always going to break. But if you leg them in and you're doing manually, you go, okay, I'm going short. This is the uptrend. I'm going to go short here. I'm going to wait for the call to reach its lowest point. I'm going to enter, and now you have two sides, and they're well priced in. That's basically it. That's how that bullshit works, so that you aren't losing money. That's the goal. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Definitely a good Saturday stream. I'm gonna go outside, sit, pull out my comb, pull out my oil and comb my hair, and debate whether what I should eat tonight. Haven't eaten. Oh yeah, I told you yesterday. Oh, I haven't told you yesterday. I went on a troll because I had pizza. Remember, I didn't tell you guys. I found pizza just walking around. I'm like, oh my goodness, a bunch of pizza. So I took the pizza and I ate just the pepperoni. I had like a bite, but I plucked every pepperoni on it. So last night, after eating soup, pasta soup, I was laying down. I got up. It was like 11 o'clock. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go around to see what I find. So I went around. I didn't see the pizza, and I'm walking next to the Irish monument. Boom, a bag. I'm like, what is it? It had like a Korean symbol on it, a two symbol Korean. I like pick. I'm like, damn, it's heavy. So I sit on the table next to Brookstone. I'm like, what is this? Okay, this is seaweed. This is rice. This is oxtail and chicken. This is soup. This is dumpling. Like that. I found the full meal. They just left it there. They didn't want it. I don't know where that restaurant is. It's not here. So I ate the entire rice, the best chicken rice. I mean, the best fried rice I've ever had in my life. Now the smell went. The smell went already. It had ginger. It had seaweed. It had green onion. It had chili oil. It was powerful and tasty as hell. I had the chicken. A little, the oxtails were kind of difficult to eat because they were like completely